Maria often would, hear me say things like,
fuck.
Yeah. When I was actually, really, like, fuck, these fucking animals. And she had read this book called The Things That They Carried.
Oh, it's
about,
great.
yeah, and The Things They Carried. And she said, you need to write, you need to write about that. And it was the last piece, actually, I wrote for the book. So,
And it's as powerful when you talk about the mundane just stuff, but in a context that is so...
Yeah. I did a reading at the Philadelphia Free Library, and the man that hosts this said that, they have people there like Anne Rice, Bob Woodward, the whole thing, and he told me that when I read about the fingernail clippers in that piece, that he said he can't get it out of his mind. It's, it's intense. So, thank you guys.
Are you used to talking about this?
You know what, Ben? It's, I said at the Free Library that I've given like 2,000 speeches in my life. Never have I spoken personally. And that was hard. That's very difficult. And it's, but, it gets a little easier. The other night I was at the John Marshall Law School and I just couldn't look at Maria or Ann Williams. I'm like, la 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 la. I read a real light piece, not that there's not a whole lot of light in this, but what's also interesting is, for any of you that read the Bernie Schoenberg article, there's a woman that used to work for Penny who, her husband is a VP at American Airlines. We were great friends. And she's calling for a boycott of the book and the event. And, that really, it kicked me in the guts for about 6 hours. She felt that I've diminished Penny's reputation. And it's like, really? Could you get more homophobic, Because she's gay, that this would somehow take away from a sterling reputation. And so, but it took me 6 hours. For about 6 hours, I was thrown back into that world right after Penny died. And then it started to, then I started to come to myself. And Penny's brother Rod and his wife Jane, they are incredible. We're going to see them tomorrow. And, they are steady as a rock. And, they just say, stay focused. And this wasn't unexpected. And, but it's still a, so.
It's still living in that way.
Exactly. Exactly. It speaks to why we couldn't come out then, or chose not to.
I think we'd be so much further than that now.
Right, and all the headlines about marriage equality make people feel like it has changed so much.
I said this last night to kids that pretty much had a glaze in their eye, like really? I don't get this at all. But
thinking that it's all open and okay.
And but we were in Greece this summer when the Chicago Sun-Times did the page 1 story about Penny and I, and they had a picture on page 1 of us on vacation in South America. And I remember coming home and looking at the tear sheet that Representative Williams sent me and thinking, if this photo would have ran in 1993, I'm certain I would have killed myself. That's how deeply, I don't say that as a phrase. Yeah, totally. And now it's like, oh yeah, look what's for dinner. Not exactly,
well, it is
but,
and it isn't, if they're trying to, it's both.
So. And I just got the good news today, I'll share with you, that we just hit, last week after Matto, we hit the #1 best-selling gay and lesbian nonfiction book, and we've remained there. And today we were on Amazon's list of best books of 2014.
That's really awesome.
I know.
People will buy it.
Yeah, and I'm in the top 10 for civil rights, having fallen from... Yeah, right up your alley, Ben.
That's outstanding.
So...
It is.
Well, I have to say, I was a little... When I came here, I was like, I'm not going to read. This is, whatever. But this has been... I have to say, this has been the best reading I've given. And, it's intimate and lovely, and there's so many people here that experience different angles of this story, from the earliest to, the aftermath, I guess, and then kind of the semi-steady at the Office of the Attorney General. And I won't tell them everything you do. Ups and downs, so. But it means a lot to me, and, word of mouth is...
Well, congratulations.
Did you
Thanks.
talk to women and children first?
We tried. They're booked until March. So we've been working with them all summer. We wanted that venue very badly, and Representative Williams, it's in her district, and even we couldn't work any magic.
Down or something.
Right, exactly, right. Health department, right. You should have called the AG. Oh, it's a great bookstore, and you know we had been since last March. We've been trying. So, but they invited us this summer,
Yeah.
which you know it certainly got 19 degrees beat. So.
Yeah, yeah. That's good.
All right, well, I'm going to